Hi guys, it's Lisa here. So we left off last time that I had the appointment on Tuesday the 12th for the Embryscope. So me and my husband went along and it was kind of a quick appointment really. We just went in and they briefly explained what the sort of procedure was. And they said that it's an additional cost, it's £390. There is a maximum they can take, so they can only take 12 embryos per couple, and they can only take 12 couples at a time. So there is a risk that you might not be able to do it, but they can refund you. You do have to pay the amount at your baseline scan, which is the first scan literally before you start injecting that evening, so it's just to check that your ovaries are done. So we kind of wanted to go ahead and do it anyway because we like the idea of it. They basically pop your 12 embryos in an incubator. They can only hold that many, and then the rest are put in another incubator, and they basically take photos every 10 minutes to see how they progress, and they can keep a really close eye on them. So ones that are progressing really quick, ones that don't progress and then progress really quick, ones that are steadily progressing, all of those, they can really keep a close eye on them and see which one is the best one to use. It kind of gives you the best possible chance really. So we kind of wanted to go ahead and do this. And the lady kind of explained those few bits to us, and explained that we'd have to let her know the day before we have our retrieval of the egg, so when I go in for my operation, that's kind of the deadline date, which is usually your last scan. Within sort of 24 to 48 hours you do have your operation of the last scan, so by then you need to let us know because they'll need to make preparations for that, and we have to pay obviously before that. So she said if you decided that you didn't want to go ahead at this point, you can actually pull out and they will refund you. So we were kind of happy about it because it kind of reassured us that we weren't sort of wasting our money and we can change our minds closer to the time, which was great. So we did that. She kind of went through a few things that we had to sign, any sort of research that we wanted to be involved in, anything that was not viable to use but they could use for research, could they use it, and we have to sort of agree to that, which we did, we're happy to do that. Anything that's going to help people future wise. So that was really good. So that was kind of really positive and went away kind of positive from it. It was a very quick appointment actually, a lot quicker than we thought. We thought they'd go into more depth and maybe show us some pictures and things like that, but we didn't really get any of that. We had kind of done our research anyway, so we kind of knew what to expect, so we weren't too sort of worried or bothered really. And then basically the rest of the week we were kind of waiting to come on. That's where we left off last time as well. So I was due on the Thursday, spotted on the Thursday, spotted half the day on the Friday till about 3 o'clock, and then I fully came on full bleed. But they do say your first day of your cycle, if it comes on full bleed before 12 o'clock, then they'll count it. If it's in the afternoon, they won't count it. So it is the next day. So Saturday was my first day of my full bleed. So I rang up the hospital because you have to put your baseline scan in once you come on your full bleed. So I rang the hospital. It was kind of a bit of a pain actually because I was kind of stressing to try and get through to them because the number they give us for the nurse helpline, they weren't answering. Rang reception, left a message, couldn't get through. There was an emergency number that was given on the voicemail, so I contacted them. They sort of don't deal with it, so they gave me another number. So I finally got through to someone, and they basically booked me in and said, come in on Monday because you have to have your scan, your baseline scan, 2 to 3 days of your period. Today, day 2 to 3. So 3 would have been Monday for me. So they said, come in 9:10 on Monday, booked the scan in for us, and we went along on Monday morning. So I was kind of a bit stressed on Saturday because I was hoping that we would be able to kind of go in and have it done so we could start injecting, but it didn't work out like that. So went in on Monday, had our scan. We weren't in there very long at all actually, it was quite quick. It's basically like your normal ultrasound, but it's an internal ultrasound scan. They basically check both of your ovaries to make sure that they're both okay, they're looking okay, they're healthy and they're ready to go. And I was in there sort of 10 minutes in and out for my scan, and they then basically took me and my husband into another room just to speak to us to make sure we knew what we were doing injection wise, that we'd had our first prescription, which we had. They then gave us the next few appointments. So we have we had, obviously that was on Monday, the 18th, and then we have a scan on Friday, so that's 5 days. So we've got that, I think, at 10:40, and then we'll get another prescription to have our second injection, which we then start 2 injections, which I explained last time. So we'll start that as of Friday, and then we've got 2 appointments, Monday and Wednesday, as of next week. So yeah, so it's kind of really exciting actually. So she gave us like the go ahead to start injecting, quickly briefly explain what we had been through before in our sort of hour and a half appointment, when they went in it quite sort of deep with us to explain every little bit of it and all what the process involves, how to inject everything. So we kind of knew what we were doing anyway, so she just briefly recapped just to make sure we were 100%, and that was it, ready to go. So my next video will be going through the medication that we got given and showing you how to inject for the first time. So I'm going to leave it there, and I speak to you soon, guys, but it's all very exciting. Hope you're watching. Bye!